Happy New Year to you, and I call this my 2025 winner year. Winner year indeed. It will be for all of us in Nigeria. I say good morning, my colleagues, good morning, listener. I was very excited when I read the president's statement or the charge to states to embrace agriculture entering into the new year. This is one sector of the economy that people like TV very, very, very concerned about. Is a farmer. I call him Farmer TV. The president does not need to tell states to embrace agriculture. Agriculture should be a mainstay after oil in Nigeria because we are largely rural communities in Nigeria. If you look at the map of Nigeria, you look at states with cash crops that are commercial quantity, cash crops like cocoa. You talk about Ondo, you talk about Edo State, Southwest in general. You talk about cotton, you talk about Northwest, and even Ondo has cotton. You talk about food crops. These food crops, rice, yam.
Edo State, what do people produce?
We have cocoa, we have palm oil. Now in commercial quantity.
Exactly.
Now I think what the governors, yes, you have cash crops, commercial quantity in some states, you have food crops, commercial quantity in some states, and you have tomato, commercial quantity in the northern part of Nigeria, and it's north central. What the president has said to the state governors, I think they should go jump into work immediately. We have left for too long private individuals to man farms that supply us eggs, like Obasanjo farms that supply eggs and chicken. The government should embrace agriculture with their full heart. Like Benue State, I was speaking with a friend yesterday, and he was telling me how the governor has revived the bakery in the state. The governor is reviving some industries that are moribund in Benue State, especially those that are agricultural related. That is what we want to hear. Enough of this overdependence on oil. It's a brand new year. I think we need to feed ourselves. As Kule has said, feed ourselves and have surplus. We cannot be taking cashew nut abroad. We cannot be taking cocoa abroad. Why? We here, we cannot afford. Can you buy a bottle of cashew? Cashew nut is about 6,000. Yes, 6,000. A bottle of cashew nut.
But that tells you the value of that.
Yes.
If you actually put it on it.
Yes, that tells you the value of that. Now, many years ago, a friend of mine asked me if I was interested in exporting charcoal, and I laughed. And he said, "Look at you! It's big business abroad. We burn our forest, we bring down trees, get a charcoal, and we export it." Do you know what they use charcoal to do abroad? All this glass and polish and whatever, apart from the fish wings and fish stuff they use for cashew, charcoal is used. Even if you want to enjoy, when you want to do your barbecue, they use charcoal. Sure. Yes. So we have enormous resources in Nigeria, agricultural-based resources. We can't explore and get ourselves out of this poverty.
The current mess and get to the place we all desire.
There is something that struck me when the president gave a charge. He said the states should go out, take all the glory while he takes all the abuses. And I was trying to dissect and break down what he means by that, which means he should be criticized if a state governor is failing. And the state government should take glory, even if it's a federal project that is progressing in that state. It's very deep, and the issue of agriculture brings me to the discussion we had last year, 2024, about the role of federal government in agriculture. Teve, you mentioned just now, I think you were trying to talk about policy direction. So is it good enough to just throw it into the open? You go and embrace agriculture. Is there a policy direction? Should there be a policy direction for the federal government? I've mentioned here, we have cash crops, states that have commercial quantity in cash crops, states that have commercial quantity in food crops, and states that have commercial quantity in crops like tomato and other things. How far so far? Some state governors, don't even know the number of farmers they have in their states. They only know the ones that are top, like Kaduna State. If you go there, they'll tell you the Sambawa farms, and that is all, and one other. Do they know the number of middle-class farmers you have, and those that are doing their best to do cashew farms and other farms? They don't know. We have said here, before you become a state governor, it should be there on your template. The number of civil servants, the number of farmers, the number of teachers, the number of doctors. I was talking about Benue. My friend was telling me a lot of things, that the state governor has even increased the doctors in the state teaching hospital to federal salary scale, and that is good. A round of applause for him. So the state governor should have a dossier of the number of different sectors employees, so that when he's turning out his policies, trying to actualize policies, he knows the targets he needs.
Recall last year, we established